What if you woke up tomorrow in a world without smartphones, supermarkets, or even electricity? For the Hadzabe tribe of Tanzania, this isn't a hypothetical scenario, it's their everyday reality. The Hadzabe are one of the last hunter-gatherer societies on Earth, living a life that has remained virtually unchanged for over 10,000 years. They hunt with bows and arrows, gather wild berries and tubers, and speak a unique click language that echoes the earliest forms of human communication. But as the modern world expands, their ancient traditions are under threat. From land encroachment to the lure of modern conveniences, the Hadzabe are facing challenges that could reshape their way of life forever. Can they preserve their culture in the face of globalization? Stick around as we explore the incredible story of the Hadzabe tribe and their fight for survival. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking content. Now let's get into it. The Hadzabe tribe, numbering around 1,300 people, live in the remote regions of northern Tanzania, near Lake Eyasi. Their lifestyle has remained largely unchanged for over 10,000 years, making them one of the oldest cultures on the planet. They rely on hunting, gathering, and foraging for their survival, using tools and techniques that have been perfected over millennia. The Hadzabe are known for their exceptional hunting skills, using bows and arrows to hunt animals like baboons, antelopes, and birds. Women and children gather berries, tubers, and honey, ensuring a balanced diet that sustains the community. Their language, Hadza, is one of the few remaining click languages in the world, adding to their cultural uniqueness. The Hadzabe's daily life revolves around the rhythms of nature. They don't have a formal calendar or clocks. Instead, they rely on the position of the sun and the behavior of animals to guide their activities. Hunting expeditions often begin at dawn, with men setting out in small groups to track game. The women, meanwhile, gather plants and fruits, often accompanied by children who learn these skills from a young age. For the Hadzabe, nature is not just a resource, but a sacred part of their existence. They believe in living in harmony with the environment, taking only what they need and ensuring that resources are replenished. This sustainable approach has allowed them to thrive in the harsh landscapes of Tanzania for thousands of years. Their deep knowledge of the land, plants, and animals is unparalleled. For example, they can identify medicinal plants to treat illnesses and track animals with incredible precision. This intimate relationship with nature is a cornerstone of their identity, but it's also what makes them vulnerable to external threats. The Hadzabe's spiritual beliefs are deeply intertwined with their environment. They believe in a creator god, Hain, who is associated with the sun and the moon. They also revere ancestral spirits, who they believe influence their daily lives. Rituals and ceremonies often involve offerings to these spirits, asking for protection and success in hunting or gathering. In recent decades, the Hadzabe's way of life has come under increasing pressure from the modern world. Land encroachment is one of the biggest challenges they face. As Tanzania's population grows, more land is being converted for agriculture, settlements, and tourism. The Hadzabe's ancestral hunting grounds are shrinking, making it harder for them to find food and maintain their traditional lifestyle. Additionally, government policies aimed at conservation and development often overlook the rights of indigenous communities. National parks and wildlife reserves have restricted their access to certain areas, further limiting their ability to hunt and gather. The introduction of modern agriculture has also disrupted the Hadzabe's way of life. Farmers often view the tribe's hunting practices as a threat to their crops and livestock, leading to conflicts over land use. In some cases, the Hadzabe have been forcibly displaced from their traditional territories, leaving them without access to the resources they need to survive. This loss of land not only threatens their physical survival, but also undermines their cultural identity, as their traditions are deeply tied to the land. Tourism has brought both opportunities and challenges for the Hadzabe. On one hand, it has provided them with a source of income. Many tourists visit the tribe to learn about their culture and witness their ancient traditions. This has allowed some Hadzabe to earn money by guiding tours, demonstrating hunting techniques, or selling handmade crafts. However, tourism also risks commodifying their culture. Some argue that it reduces their way of life to a spectacle for outsiders, stripping it of its authenticity. There's also the risk of cultural erosion as younger generations are exposed to modern influences through interactions with tourists. The impact of tourism on the Hadzabe's social structure is another concern. Traditionally, the Hadzabe are an egalitarian society with no formal hierarchy or leaders. However, the influx of money from tourism has created new dynamics within the community. Education is another factor that's slowly changing the Hadzabe community. While some parents want their children to learn traditional skills, others see formal education as a way to secure a better future. Schools are being built closer to their settlements, and some Hadzabe children are now attending classes. This exposure to modern knowledge and technology is creating a generational divide. Younger members of the tribe are increasingly drawn to the conveniences of modern life, such as smartphones, clothing, and processed foods. This shift raises important questions about the future of their culture. Will the next generation of Hadzabe choose to preserve their ancient traditions, or will they assimilate into the modern world? The challenge lies in finding a balance between preserving their cultural heritage and adapting to the realities of the modern world. Some Hadzabe are advocating for an education system that incorporates both traditional knowledge and modern skills. This approach would allow younger generations to navigate the modern world while staying connected to their roots. Despite these challenges, there are efforts underway to protect the Hadzabe's way of life. NGOs and activists are working to secure land rights for the tribe, ensuring that they have access to their ancestral territories. Cultural preservation programs are also being implemented to document and promote their traditions. For example, researchers are recording the Hadzabe language, stories, and practices to create a lasting record of their heritage. Some members of the tribe are also taking an active role in advocating for their rights, using modern tools like social media to raise awareness about their struggles. One notable initiative is the establishment of community-led conservation areas. These areas are managed by the Hadzabe themselves, allowing them to control access to their land and resources. This approach not only protects their way of life, but also promotes sustainable land use practices that benefit the environment. By empowering the Hadzabe to take charge of their own future, these initiatives offer a glimmer of hope for the preservation of their culture. The future of the Hadzabe tribe is uncertain. On one hand, their ancient traditions are under threat from modernization, land encroachment, and cultural erosion. On the other hand, their resilience and the efforts of activists and organizations offer hope that their way of life can be preserved. The key lies in finding a balance between tradition and modernity, ensuring that the Hadzabe have the resources and support they need to thrive in a changing world. Their story is a powerful reminder of the importance of cultural diversity and the need to protect indigenous communities around the globe. So, what do you think the future holds for the Hadzabe tribe? Can ancient traditions like theirs survive in the modern world, or is cultural change inevitable? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might be interested. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into fascinating cultures and traditions from around the world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.